everyone, it's Linda McKenna coming to you with Tuesday Talks and from Golden Rule Senior Placement Services. Well, today we're going to be talking, since it's November 1st, we're going to be talking a little bit more about the fall season. I hope you all had a wonderful, happy Halloween. And with the fall season comes, yes, a lot of holidays in preparation for inclement weather, and also the safety for our senior loved ones. So, to no further ado, we're going to be talking about autumn health, fall health, and home safety tips for seniors. All across the United States, just because I reside in Florida doesn't mean that we don't have inclement weather during the fall time. It might not be icy in some parts of Florida. It is. They do have sometimes, very dropped temperatures. But I also do placements not only in Florida, but all across the United States. I'm happy to say that not only the northern states, Midwest, I actually even placed in Hawaii. So my conversation with you now is for an adaptation for wherever it is in the United States that I could be helpful for you with placement and give you these little tips with your senior loved one. All across the country, we're experiencing all different kinds of weather and maybe cooler weather because of it being the fall season, where there is shorter days, that gets dark earlier. And what do we have in store for the fall? What are we preparing for? Just so you know, also in Florida, we just had Ivan that hit, the Fort Myers area, and that was a hurricane. So it doesn't only matter is preparing for inclement weather, it's also preparing for really any kind of weather that can disrupt any kind of pattern for your senior loved one, and of course their safety concerns. So here is a couple of ideas to safeguard their health and safety during this season. Get the flu vaccine. That is always recommended for seniors to get the flu vaccine to actually ward off the flu, because when it hits them, it really hits them hard. And recovery is a long process, and sometimes maybe not being able to recover well. Even what we experienced, and of course the last 2 years with COVID, that was detrimental for our senior population. So were they really safe? Not knowing really their exposure to anybody that had COVID or how they were able to ward it off. So again, preparation, being proactive is essential. Maybe have that discussion not only with your senior loved one, but who their provider is. Ask their primary care physician, do you advise on the flu vaccine? What do you recommend? Especially with seniors that have comorbidities, it probably be a likely answer would be yes, is to actually get the flu vaccine. Another great idea is to organize your medicine cabinet. What does that mean? We all do spring cleaning. Well, fall is a good time to go through the medicine cabinet or through any of the medications that your senior loved one has, and maybe organize and maybe stock up on any flu prevention medications, vitamins, probiotics that can help with your senior loved ones to ward off the flu. But also maybe having hand sanitizer that they're cleaning their hands more often, wipes, antiseptic wipes, more Kleenex in the home so they can blow their nose and discard of anything that's soiled. And obviously, like I had mentioned, a lot of the over-counter supplements. But you want to also look at expiration dates on some of those medications as well to make sure that they are something that is still something that they can take. Some of the seniors or some that are dealing with comorbidities have a suppressed immune system. So vitamin C is definitely recommended, and zinc is very much recommended as well. That was something that was recommended during COVID season. So why not use it during flu season? Discard old medications that have expired or no longer of use. We don't want to have them in the house or something they could take by mistake. A lot of police departments take them. A lot of fire departments take them, dispose of them, but dispose of them in the correct manner. So Also, we want to make sure that they're free from bacterial, any infections as well too. So if they're feeling ill or they are going to be evaluated, an antibiotic is usually what's ordered. Cold proof your home. Okay, well, yes, that's maybe the Northeast, Midwest, that they get inclement weather of freezing weather, snow, sleet, whatever it may be. But you know what? It doesn't really matter. Even in Florida, there is some cold weather in the Panhandle and the northern part of Florida that it does reach cold. So we got to make sure that their air conditioning system and their heating system works. So sometimes it's not only cold proofing the home, making sure that that is available, but also is there any drafts? Are the windows sealed appropriately? Not only for energy conservation, but making sure they're not getting a draft of any kind in the home. Um, to maybe rearrange the furniture to be more where it's warmer in the home versus scattered about. Maybe a favorite chair near the heating system would be most best. So cold proofing your home is important no matter where you live in the United States. Check batteries. We do that, usually it's in the spring that we not only spring cleaning, but we're also checking our, um, alert systems in our house, fire detectors, and, we're checking batteries, for clocks, for anything, flashlights. These are the things that we want to make sure that the batteries are being utilized or they didn't expire. And then, when it comes time of a need, maybe losing electricity, now you need a flashlight and we don't have any good batteries in store. So that is really something that's really important as well too. We just really experienced that with in Florida where of course the electricity went out during that very, very, very bad storm. And people, if they didn't have flashlights, it was very hard for them to navigate around their home as well. Protect against falls. You know, that's easier said than done, but making sure those people that live, seniors that live in icy weather concerns, slipping on ice. It might not look icy, but it is icy. So, making sure that they are safe leaving their home or around their home, that there is no icy patches, but also to check if there is a heating system, space heaters, that there's not carbon monoxide poisoning, that they're running generators inside the garage, whatever that it may be. But this is also a time that you are testing the alarm systems, as I just made mention of. But also, this is also a time that those folks that are walking around, they might have arthritis. So during colder weather, your joints really, really flare up with pain. So maybe they're not exercising as much as they want to, but if there's somebody that is chronic with diabetes, cold weather is something really that affects them very much. And of course, heart disease as well. So using things that are safe in their home, grab bars when they go and take a shower, clear paths, making sure they're using their walker correctly, and using all the tools to make sure that they are safe. Make sure you can see. Usually it's a year examination for sight and using your glasses appropriately. Maybe your prescription has changed. So a good time for really checking your eyesight with an optometrist, ophthalmologist is really good in the fall time because if they're still driving, this is when really you need to be observant of your driving more so is in the fall and winter time. So that's where most accidents happen from inclement weather. And maybe because their situation around their home, their lighting is dim and they can't see. So an eye exam usually during the fall time is really, really good idea to practice. Plan for solitude. Well, we're all planning for not only for Thanksgiving but for Christmas. But this is a time during the fall and winter months people tend to stay back home, and it leaves a lot of seniors really on their own um, because of the weather, but also for difficulty of getting out and about. So, sometimes depression really sets in at this time of the year. It's really solitude. So making sure that they're safe in their environment is important, and they're interactive with others, and people are checking up on them often. This is why I always say is senior living, it's already built in. So if they're living in a senior living, this is already built into their daily routine. There's making sure that they are safe, they're around people at all times. If electricity goes off, guess what? Somebody's there to help them. So, this is really what I want to always say is to plan ahead, is to be proactive. So just keep in mind this is a time of reflection, and a lot of times that folks, seniors, are really left alone and have a lot of time to reflect. Really prep for the bad weather. That's awesome with in clothing as well. Old people tend to have thinner skin, they say, or thinner blood, and they tend to get cold, easy. So, having the appropriate apparel, dressing it in layers is important, but also to have supplies on hand is very, very important. Make sure they have enough water, they have enough food, they have enough prescribed medications to last them through inclement weather. First aid kits, everything that should be not only in their home, but it probably in their car as well. The battery operated flashlights, candles, which we have to be careful with. Sometimes seniors forget that they lit a candle, and then it could be more of a problem. But again, this is why I'm saying that senior living is such a great answer for this, and they're around people of their likeness. So, prepare for bad weather, and it's planning ahead. So you're not reactive and you're being proactive. Fall is a wonderful season. It's a change of color with the fall leaves, and more importantly, we're preparing for great holidays, that being Thanksgiving and Christmas and Hanukkah, and it's a joyful time. So let's make it joyful now so they are safe and they can enjoy the season just the same. Well, everybody, I hope you enjoy my Tuesday talks. I'll be back with you every 2 weeks. Our next conversation is preparing for the Thanksgiving holiday, which will probably be in 2 weeks. But as always, I always ask you to go to my website. It is www.goldenruleseniorplacement.com. You'll see my bio, testimonials, various options, resources, and these video talks there as well. Remember, my services are free, and I'm guiding you personally. I am a one-person operation, though I do include my husband at all times. But this is something when I am working with you and assisting you on this journey, it is from personal experience, professional experience, and that's my expertise. So you're not dealing with a company and you don't really know who you're getting. You're getting me. So I would be honored to help you with your senior loved one and prepare for the fall season and a really happy holiday season as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I look forward to talking to you again. And if you have any requests, by all means, my email is up on, and my telephone number is up on my website. Please click it, send me a message. I would be delighted to discuss with you. Thank you so much. You have a blessed 2 weeks, and I'll be seeing you soon. Bye-bye. Thank you.